What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Boy, we are back. We are back again, like a bad habit, boy. And you know what I was thinking too, though? I ain't even gonna lie to you, boy. I ain't even finna lie to you. Like, we should get that like on a t-shirt.
Well,
Back like a bad habit.
back like a
boy.
bad habit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or back like a spinal cord. I be saying that one too sometimes.
I ain't never heard that.
Which
Okay.
That's what I'm
Back
saying.
like a spinal cord.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Like, it's original to me.
Okay.
Bite like a spinal cord, bite like a bad habit. Hey, if you like that, go ahead on and send your order to me. You got to send the money first. Send the money first, and then you might. Oh
Yeah, Isaiah got to make them shirts.
Yeah,
Ain't that the
that's
shirt
our
guy?
in-house producer.
Okay.
Our in-house producer, the shirt guy, and hey, he provide security if you need him to provide you security too. So
Right.
like we got somebody who we got people who can do it all, like provide
Yeah,
security.
we don't need nobody else but Isaiah.
Yeah, we keep it
He
in-house.
got the most
boy.
job experience at all times.
Real facts. But we keep it in house, man. Like, and we can get you right. If you need something, boy, we can get you right. Send some money to the Cash App and your request, and we can go from there. Yeah, we can do something like that, So anyway, welcome to the podcast today. Before we go into it, we go tell you this here, like we always tell you. You gotta make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast, sharing it around to your buddies, share it around to your acquaintances, share it around to people you don't even like. Like if you don't like them, just send it to them. Tell them to subscribe. Tell them to be useful and do something good for once in their life and subscribe to the podcast.
Right.
And if you got any kind of questions or inquiries, go ahead and hit us up at that email right there that you see at the bottom of your screen, just sitting there, Rocking Chair Chronicles 904@gmail.com. That's
Rockin' Chat Chronicles 904@gmail.com, baby.
Yeah, there you go. You send us all your inquiries, your questions, anything you want to say, anything you want to add. If you want to curse us out or something, you can curse us out in there and stuff. So, like, we don't really care, man. Like, what you?
Yeah, we're trying to laugh at that yet.
I don't be care.
All type of mail, hate mail, love mail.
Yeah, for real.
Moderate mail.
It don't even matter with me. Like, and then the thing about it too is like, I don't be serious. I'm not a serious person. Like that job, it all be funny to me. Like,
right.
like
that's how you gotta look at life, man. When you take life too serious, yeah, man, you'll go crazy.
Hey, when people be getting mad, I just be laughing. Boy, they be mad. Boy, I just be laughing at the people. Boy, people call your names and everything. I be like, boy, you all mad, ain't you? Yeah, nobody ain't got time for all that stuff. But anyway, speaking of mad, well, I don't know, boy, what you think? Now, hold on. Because now, in previous episodes, we done talked about some stuff that a lot of people, got some feelings about.
Right, yeah.
People are passionate about these things. And even with today's topic, we kind of done spoken about it before in passing, though. Like in previous episodes, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we done brought it up in previous episodes. We talk about it. It's a theme with us, when we talk about the government, But today, what you think about today, boy? Y'all see the topic today. The topic today, ladies and gentlemen of the class, is political idolatry. We're going to be talking about political idolatry, boy. And look, it's probably some people hear that title and be like, they might be like, yeah, boy, get them. They might think we about to just talk about one side.
Possibly.
Because some people like if some people
Uh-huh.
just passing and scrolling this, they might look and say, "Oh, they about to talk about political idolatry. Oh, they about to just talk about one side of the thing."
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But look, you already know how it go, boy. Everybody get sent through the ringer on Rocket Chair Chronicles podcast. So we about to talk about political idolatry, man. Our thoughts about it, what it looks like, and and our hope is that maybe you could take what we talk about today and say, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? Oh man, them two young guys, them two young handsome boys was making some sense
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe
at
I
least think
have
about it,
been, yeah.
Consider it.
Right,
So,
consider it, like even if you don't like the source, just consider what the source says,
mm-hmm.
you know, and like they say, don't unalive the messenger, right? You know how they be
Right.
saying don't unalive the messenger. Yeah, don't unalive the messenger, man. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, just hear us out. Hear us out now, okay? So political idolatry, like I think in this current era, 2026 AD, but it is it's AD. I be getting things mixed up sometimes. It's AD. Yep. Or do you supposed to put the AD in front? It don't matter, does it?
I think it's on. That's last. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I be asking him a lot of questions because that boy got that degree, boy. That boy smart.
Man, that's
Yeah,
a
but that boy
degree
smart,
overrated, man.
boy.
If you ask me.
That boy be trying to stay
Nowadays.
humble, but that boy smart, boy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell you, boy. So in this current era, a lot of people might be thinking like, man, boy, it's a lot of I don't even know if they would use the word like idolatry, political idolatry of government, like even just like a misunderstanding of government. But a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people seem to be, at least I don't know, maybe it's because it's coupled with just being in the social media age and
Yeah.
the things that's going on around the world. Really, like since post COVID, it's been like a real heightened sense of awareness for people in politics. Let me just say
Mm-hmm.
that there. What you think about that statement? Like it's been like a heightened aware because like before COVID, it's been things that have occurred like globally and nationally, but since I think like since 9/11, like it was almost kind of like a little bit of a lull, kind of. I want you to follow what I'm trying
Right.
to
I see.
say.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a lull after not immediately after 9/11 because we got some crazy things that came out of 9/11 with government, like the Patriot Act
Mm-hmm.
and the Fourth Amendment and things like that. But like, I don't know, maybe like 10 or so years after 9/11 that people kind of got settled with all that resulted from that. Like it was kind of like a lull, like okay, things was back to, we kind of doing our thing, like, nothing really big going on in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff always
Right.
going on, but
Yeah.
then like COVID came and like now people
Right.
is kind
Yeah.
of
That kind
starting
of
to pay more attention to things. Because
kind of
what you think?
exacerbated things. Kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. Yeah. I can agree. That's where you going with that, man. Cause COVID changed the world. Um. You know. Um. Like for instance, the mail-in ballots and things of that nature, man. You
Yeah.
know how the Republicans or whatnot that kind of fired them up. Stuff like that. You can
Hmm.
see things changing in the political space, and
Yeah.
it kind of cause and effect has people become, I guess, like a better word, more zealous, I guess. On both
Hmm.
sides, so you can see just more fiery attitudes in the political space, I guess. So yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, them
Yeah,
boys was
yeah,
really, them boys, boy,
yeah,
like since post COVID, boy. And then
yeah,
now we
yeah, yeah.
coming to the new things that's going on in the world, like with this Iran war
Hmm.
and people being hyper aware of the prices of things. Like it's like
Oh yeah, man. I
man,
feel
it's like, boy, that's like every day somebody saying something about the price of gas or the price. Like it's just like hyper awareness of
right.
politically now.
Hmm.
What's going on. So,
And that's how it usually is when stuff going good. eh, You don't
hmm
really hit from either side though. If
hmm
stuff going good, things going normal, I guess, quote unquote normal, you don't really too much hear. As far as the political concerns or whatever. So yeah, makes
I
sense.
don't know, man.
Yeah.
Cause then too though, like like say, because we residents of the greatest state in the
Mhm.
union. Let's just start. Let's just go ahead and be honest. Like we're residents of the greatest state in the union, right? People
Mhm.
always talking about how you know, or they wish they could come to Florida because of
Mhm.
the quote unquote the free state of Florida is what they termed it. Like even with COVID, like oh man, I wish we had a governor like that. I wish we could, have things like y'all have it in Florida.
Mhm.
Like even you would even still see a large amount of the population in Florida be like, well, that man who's in office right now, Ron DeSantis, ain't doing a good job.
Yeah,
You see what
for
I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. It's always like that, like the sharp divide politically
Yeah, it's
and
always
things
gonna be
like
there.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's always gonna be
yeah, but it's like
there. But
certain things that occur like globally or nationally,
you just
boy,
see it
they
at a
really
higher
ratchet
level
up.
depending on
Yeah,
what's going on in the world.
and we are really in
Yeah.
those times now, like in my estimation. So now
Yeah.
again, we gonna be talking about political idolatry. We gonna nail down into exactly what we getting at on this episode. So we need to define the terms. What we saying when we mean idolatry. Now, what do you, what how would you define it? Like, what is idolatry?
Well, when I think of idolatry, I think anything that supersedes, God and His right place in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That if those things are more important to you, those hold more weight in your life, then yeah, that's definitely idolatry. You know, um, like when a political candidate or political party makes you turn your back on what you thought previous to be your, belief system, and you change that or you overlook things, then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would say that's political idolatry for sure.
Yep. And I think
So,
that's where it begins and ends. Like the relation of God and the thing that we're talking about. So like we're saying
hmm
like politics or candidate. Like we could just nail it down to a specific candidate
yeah.
or political position or party or whatever the case may be. So
hmm
putting anything above God's rightful place, which is supreme in our life, whether you would admit it or not that there's a God, like it doesn't matter. Okay.
hmm
Putting something over the standard of truth, over core values, principles, integrity, morality, everything that comes with that. Like that is idolatry. And that's simply how we're defining it. That's simply what we say when we mean that. So or when we mention that. So idolatry, anything over God, like what does that look like when it comes to politics though? So because that's what we're talking about. Like
Uh-huh.
how do you how would you see idolatry, a person who is a political person, a person who and, and I don't know, so a person who is always involved in politics. Like how do
hmm
we know, or how would anyone know that, or how would it look like to be somebody who's politically idolatrous? So it could be
hmm
like somebody who just has blind loyalty. You see what I'm saying? Like blind
Yeah.
loyalty to a candidate, a party platform, or just whatever it is within that political system.
Right. Yeah.
Treating leaders in the parties like they're the savior of all things. I think about that
hmm
too, like with like government itself, like people, I think to a large degree, people themselves just had this false idea of what government does. Like, what should they be doing in the lives of people? What they're responsible for, government, and what they themselves, the person, is responsible for. You got a
Right.
lot of
Yeah.
people who think, and we kind of talked about this when we talked about the institution of government benefits. Like a lot of people today, as a result of all that,
hmm
think that okay, well, it's the government's responsibility to just provide for everybody,
Yeah.
and to do certain things to like a heavy-handed government.
Right. Yeah.
Almost like a father. We talked about that too, like a father or a parent type of a government. For
Mm-hmm.
all intents and purposes, like a savior. Like they look at the government as if like they can fix everything, they
Right.
can do everything. I need to go to them. I need to look at them to help my current situation on my problem. Like make it better for me,
Right.
you know, Mr. Government. So treating leaders and parties as saviors, blind loyalty, and even like demonizing the opponent. Like you see that all the time. Boy, that thing be
Yeah,
looking
man. And like
like,
I see this like taking stuff out of
yeah.
context, man, and
Mm. Talk
posting little
about it.
videos.
Talk
You can see
about
that
it.
on both sides, though,
Yeah.
man.
Talk about
Like,
it. Cause we here to talk about it.
yeah, yeah. I just see that a lot of times, especially
Mm-hmm.
online. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just being disingenuous, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
Like the little short clips. Like that's a
yeah,
bad one. Now look, I'm gonna go ahead and say this here, boy. I'm about to hey, it's time. You ready to get in trouble with me?
yeah, yeah. Come
You sure?
on, yeah.
All right, so look. I joke, but I don't. Like with the short clips, like the people I see falling most to the short clips
Mm-hmm.
are the older generations.
Oh yeah.
Like we
Boy,
would
I
say
tell
like
you,
the boomers generation.
yeah, they
Not
bullshit.
all of
It's
them
easy to
okay.
get boomers, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
yeah,
they'll post AI pictures, like the picture be somebody with 6 or 7 fingers, and they'll sit there and say, look what happened in Ohio today.
right.
I'm like, look, the man got 6 fingers. That's fake news. Like, why are
Right,
you posting that?
right. Mm-hmm.
And it just keep leaving it up there. Then they come back with like a 15-second video of somebody saying something
Right. And then
that
they'll just go with the narrative, whatever that
yeah,
caption may
and
say,
pass
or
it around.
yeah, they don't start to think, well, let me just look at the whole conversation.
Yeah. Like I
So,
saw one yesterday. I ain't even go lie to you.
hmm
Stu, listen. I saw one yesterday. Like they said that somebody died, right? The person not dead, man. Like I promise you,
yeah, you
listen.
see that a lot,
Hey,
though,
listen,
man.
man.
Yeah.
For real now, I want you to hear me now. So they
Mhm.
said that the person that they said that was dead was literally doing a live video right then. Boy,
It was on it was like a live chat or something,
it was like a live video on
and somebody
Facebook.
in their videos like they
No,
like,
no, 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 no. Hold
hey,
on, no.
hey, that would have been
Hold
funny though,
on.
man. They be
But you
like,
gotta, but you know what though?
hey.
You gotta kind of think about it like
uh,
with the with the with the older generations though.
hmm
So no, so they made a post about, oh, this person has passed away. Like the post was clearly fake. It was like from some kind of foreign name said breaking
hmm
news. Like, first of all, who is this? Like it was
Right,
like
yeah.
Ahmad Aboud or something. Said breaking news, this person has died. Then the person shared that. Is what I'm
Oh, okay,
saying.
that's funny.
Yeah, they
Like,
shared it.
yeah, I
But
ain't
the
dead.
person that they shared it about was doing, it's a famous person,
Oh,
was
okay,
doing
okay.
a live video at the time. I'm like, the person not dead. Like you just simply go to Google and the person's not dead.
Right. How I am now, man. If I see something, I don't even believe it until
Yeah.
it's confirmed later on. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we'll see if that's true or not. So,
Yeah, but you can get them, and then you mentioned about the narratives. They go off them 15 to 30 second video clips, and
hmm
it be chopped out of context for people who pushing a certain agenda, man, and then it just go around like wildfire. Like nobody wants to hear it from the horse's mouth. I think that's one too. Like
hmm
you may be politically idolatrous if you don't want to hear an opposing viewpoint straight from that opposing viewpoint person's mouth.
yeah,
Like they'll listen to their side, decipher what the other side is saying. So it's already gonna be biased.
hmm
Like it be again short clips of the person what the person's talking about. Like I like to go listen to what the person is saying
right,
myself,
yeah,
like in whole, and then form my judgment of it.
right.
But they like everything is their side presenting it.
hmm
You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is what Congressman Joe Jackson said. Joe Jackson with the D behind his name. Joe Jackson said this, but it's
Man,
the
that's
R
that's Michael
side.
Jackson daddy, ain't it?
Yeah, Ace. That movie came out too,
Mhm.
though, boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I might need to go check that out. So yeah, like they'll be listening to their side tell you what Rep Joe Jackson with the D behind his name said. You see what I'm saying? Instead of just going look, you're not going to get the cooties if you go listen to
Right.
a
Yeah.
15-minute Rep Joe Jackson with the D behind his name to see what he said.
Right.
Like,
And
don't you
then
want to be
yeah.
a honest person?
Right. And then that's better for the opposing side anyway. Like you wanna if you really believe you're right, the battle of ideas, the better ideas gonna win. So you have to hear what they saying.
Hey, hold up, man.
So
Hold up. Thought you said the battle of ideas.
yeah.
Ooh, hey,
So
man, where you got that from?
I don't even know. I probably heard it somewhere.
Hey, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie, that was fire though.
yeah.
But go
Appreciate it.
ahead, proceed.
Um, yeah, man. So you got to hear what they're saying, so you can be able to refute it or whatnot if you really believe you're right. So you should be
Yeah.
able to, logically be able to refute the thing, and then you'll get other people, on your side or whatever. Or,
Mm-hmm.
or it could be you might be wrong, and then you be like, well, they're right,
God
man. And
forbid you might be
yeah,
wrong.
you might be wrong, and you heard them out, man. You like, well, yeah, they right.
I wish I
So
could say that happens.
yeah,
Boy, most people just go down with the ship, boy.
that's how most people are anyway. I think
Yeah.
it's just a pride thing, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Most people like that anyway.
They go down with the ship. Like
So
you can bring a
yeah.
video out refuting clearly what they saying, but them boys gonna go down. They just go down with the ship, boy.
Right, but I go to what we were saying earlier, like that's a sign that you're idolatrous,
Mm-hmm.
political idolatry.
Party driven,
Yeah.
boy. Hardline
So
party driven. So that's examples of it, man. Viewing government as saviors, just absorbing everything that your side is saying and not taking
right,
in what the other side is saying. So you can actually think through what's being said truthfully and then come to a conclusion. And it might be that your side is right, but you really truly honestly don't know it until you actually hear what the other side is saying in context. Like, it
hmm
ain't no shame in that. Like, if you think that's gonna make you less of a whatever, a Republican or a Democrat because you listen to the other side, just do it in secret. Then don't tell it that you went and did it. Just
hmm
do it in secret, like that boy Pontius Pilate. No, that wasn't Pontius, but that boy Nicodemus went to visit
Oh
Jesus
yeah,
in the nighttime. But that boy was creeping, boy, because he,
you want to get caught?
yeah, that boy ain't want to get caught. So
Yeah,
be like Nicodemus in that instance. Then say, man, let me go go
hmm
press your little buttons in there on the YouTube and say, let me go see what this person said and form my own opinions. Because at the end of the day, you want to be right and you want to be a person of integrity, boy. That's the number one thing.
right.
You want to be able to understand people correctly. They may be dead wrong, but you still need to go and listen to see what they said. All right, so we didn't got all that laid out right there. So what's some examples? And we really just kind of went through some
Yeah,
examples
we
of
kind
it.
of.
Like the my side could do no wrong thinking, boy. I think that's one we probably we'll probably open that up. We'll open that up a little bit later on. But like you start to see like I know campaign rallies occurred and historically, in presidential elections and other, um Congress, I mean Senate and well Congress, yeah, Congress and state and all that, but like the federal, the presidential primary elections, those rallies, like it seemed like when Trump came in, but them things like took a whole life of its own.
Yeah, his rallies was
Like when he
yeah, them
came in
things.
and did it. No, you know what? No, let me be for real. Like when Obama, like let's be honest, like when Obama did
Yeah,
it,
that's
boy.
kind of
Like in '08 when he was
yeah,
running
that's a big
that
thing.
first
Yeah,
term, yeah. That boy Obama, boy, I remember, boy, I seen when that boy had so many people at the rallies.
that's what I'm saying. Man. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
man. He had them white folks out there too, man.
yeah,
And
that's what
the
I'm
blacks
saying.
riding with him, boy.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a lot
Oh,
of boy. It's gonna,
man, listen,
woo.
man. Let's just be
Yeah,
real. That boy had it on lock, boy.
yeah.
Yeah, that boy had that little slogan, a little catchy slogan, the
What it
yes we
was?
can,
Yeah. He
boy.
did, boy. He
Yes, we
did.
can, but that boy used to get out. That boy used to be sounding
Mm-hmm.
like Malcolm Farrakhan or something in that mud, boy, when he used to be having them speeches,
Uh-huh.
boy. But that boy used to be out there, boy. That boy used to be talking that talk, boy. And everybody was eating it up. They
Yeah.
were eating it up, but they ain't really, like they ain't even have to really know, you know,
Right.
what his
Yeah.
platform really was or any kind of substance about it.
Right.
Boy, that boy had the right letter behind his name for a lot of people, and then for
Mhm.
some other people, that boy had the right skin tone
Right.
with it.
Mhm.
Now
Yeah, boy,
that
that's a perfect candidate
that's
for
like a double.
Democrats, boy.
That's like a
Yeah.
double. That's like a double whammy, boy.
Yeah, that's like the perfect candidate,
Yeah, that's the
man.
perfect
And that was
candidate,
coming
boy.
off Bush too. Yeah.
Who?
Wait, coming off Bush?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bush.
Oh
Was that
yeah,
Bush?
man.
Yeah,
Wait, 2004.
2000.
Yeah,
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 Bush.
sure
Yeah,
was. Yeah,
Bush. Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, that. Yeah, yeah.
Rallies look like it took on a whole new life, boy. People
And then
was
he was going
like,
against McCain, right?
was that old McCain
McCain,
in
old
'08?
McCain Republican, and then they ain't like Bush.
And
Oh
yeah,
yeah, he won.
McCain,
Yeah,
then
he won for the.
Romney.
Yeah, he won for the lose that,
Man,
man.
come
Yeah,
on, Republicans, y'all got to
yeah, he
do
won.
better, man. Them boys had old John McCain running, boy. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Look, like you put them two next together, that just don't even must be making. Like, come on, man. Old McCain, man. Like that boy already old in 2008. Yeah, that boy was
right.
like 60 something, 70, man,
Uh
something
huh.
like that, man. Trying to run for president, talking about, man, we go do all this and that, and that boy just a normal little neo-conservative boy about big government spending, just getting involved in everybody's mess around the world. That's how them boys do, boy. That's how them
Hmm.
neo-conservatives are. With the R's behind their name, neo-conservatives, boy. That's what they be doing, man. But yeah, the campaign rallies, what you laughing at?
Nah, you.
That's just real. Hey, I ain't saying what a lie. That's
Nah.
what they are, man. It's like if you Google neoconservatives, like it's a
Hmm.
real like,
Yeah, I know, man.
yeah,
Them boy kind of crazy,
they
man. Ain't
are
no
like
kind of, but
they are
yeah.
the opposite of everything they try to portray. Like, we got to rein in spending, boy. Spend probably more than the Democrats. Hey, small government, but they enlarge government, creating all these different little branches of existing departments in government, and just doing it's just. I'm telling you, man. Man, look, it might be like a little sidebar. I don't know. Let me stay
Mhm.
focused. See, because we might have to do a part three of the horrible history of government, boy, messing around
Uh-huh.
with them boys. But yeah, them campaign rallies, yo. Now Obama, boy, and the same thing in 2012 when he was going up against Romney. That boy
Yeah.
Romney was up there looking like what that man name is from the Monsters. He like, hey, he look. Oh, I know what he looked like. You remember the show The Monsters? The
Monsters.
Monster, little Eddie Monster, boy. I think that boy had that little like widow's peak. I think.
Nah, I don't know what that is.
Google Eddie Monster real quick. Yeah.
Eddie Monster.
Yeah, Eddie Monster.
Wait,
Muneddie
Eddie. Okay, Eddie
Edie
Monster.
Monster.
Oh,
Men.
okay.
Yeah, boy. That's how that boy Mitt Romney look, boy.
Oh
Right there.
man.
See him? That little
Uh,
thing. That's how that boy Romney look. Boy, that boy Romney, to me, that boy Romney looked like Eddie Monster, boy. So then the Republicans decided to run Eddie Monster, boy, against Barack Obama. He was another empty suit with just that's what I'm trying to tell you. Though he kind of looked like a grown up version of Eddie Monster, boy. That's what that boy looked like. And so they decided to run him up there. Man, you crazy, boy. They decided to run him against Obama coming off Obama's first term. And he just was an empty suit, man. Like it's just sad. But I say all that just really the whole point was like the idea of campaign around this boy, people be out there with their sign. They be out there all day. You know, they be out there collapsing, boy, because they ain't had nothing to drink
yeah, that's
and
crazy, man.
eating,
I ain't
man.
going that hard, man.
Yeah, boy, they was out there, boy. They was, just crying and thinking that they seeing, the greatest person ever. Like it's just like it could be revealed. And I'm not saying because you go to a political rally that
Hmm.
you are, but a lot of those people out there, like that's really how they are. Boy, they see government through a certain lens, and it's a lens of idolatry. It's idolatrous. So moving along, why is this the case? Like why does this happen? Like why are people politically idolatrous? Like I don't think it's any topic or subject that can get as contentious as government and politics, boy.
Man,
Like that's
yeah,
one of
like
the things that you cannot talk about.
pol-
Politics,
politics might be worse than religion, though. When I think about it,
shoot, boy. Well,
like
it is a
you,
religion, kind of.
right? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like I would say in my life, I seen more people get more heated about politics than than religion.
Yeah,
In
you
my
know what?
experience, what I seen.
Yeah,
But people, boy, man.
because and I'm gonna tell you why I think that though. But
Hmm.
politics, religion, and sexual preference is like the three things. Like jobs will
Right.
tell you like them the things that
Yeah,
you
stay
just a
away
no
from.
go. It's a no go
Well, the
zone.
politics thing, but I know you probably may say it about comparing politics, and I don't want to get off topic,
No,
but
bring it out.
comparing politics and religion, being in America, we try to be a melting pot, and religion's kind of like in America nowadays is like more, I guess, subjective, I guess,
Yeah.
to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Politics is, man, when you in the politics, you really believe that you on the right side, and then the other side is
Yeah,
evil,
boy.
inherently evil. Like you
Yeah,
really
boy.
believe that.
Mm-hmm.
And they be and the rhetoric and the stuff they be saying on either side, it kind of builds builds that up in in their the people that's following them, and they go out and they act the same way, whether be angry to the other side or whatever. So um, and then imagine you just feeding your mind that all the time. So man, you gonna believe, man, you, it's like you in war,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
So
it's similar. Yeah. That's yeah. And then with politics, politics doesn't have to. Boy, that's about something else too. Like politics, people involved in politics don't necessarily have to be religious people.
right, yeah,
But okay, religious people are religious. So it
hmm,
seems to me like when you have two people who are religious people, they have some to them they have some system of morality and ethics
right,
that won't allow them to push too far
right,
to get their
yeah.
point across. So I'm agreeing with you. Like when you say that nothing like that doesn't even reach to the rise to the level of political disagreements. Because like at the end of
Hmm.
a lot of religious disagreements, the people they love to show the humility and things like that. So okay, well we disagree to
Right,
disagree. I won't say anything bad. You're free to do. They kind of more
right,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But with the
Hmm.
political side, them boys ain't got to be religious or holding to like some type of system of morality. So a lot of them,
Right,
Joe,
yeah,
that's why you see them boys, man, they'll cuss you out.
right.
You see what I'm saying? But they'll cut you off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, them boys call your names.
Uh-huh.
Hey, like I got called a moron, but that's kind of on the light side. You know, I got called a moron because I said something about Trump. They ain't like,
Hmm.
boy, moron, boy. So like they don't have like political discussion don't have to involve people who are religious per se.
Right.
So them jokers might end up boy cussing you out, threatening your life, calling you the N word. You don't even really matter. Ain't no limit that they won't go because they
Hmm.
politically idolatrous people. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how that go right there. So why does it happen? Like it's like a fear, like fear, uncertainty, and a need for belonging with something a lot of people may be
Yeah.
like because you got to think about like when you hear from these politicians, they're like it's always the worst case scenario with stuff. Boy.
And that's how like when they teach it about the phishing emails and everything. If somebody sending you a crazy email, you might click on the link. It's always something urgent. Same
Mm-hmm.
thing, with politicians.
Mm-hmm.
It's a urgent. They try to make it a urgent, dire need, man. If you don't vote for me, man, the world gonna end.
2 weeks. It's always
Right.
2 weeks, but 2 weeks so spread. 2 weeks, Iran finna have
Hmm.
one of them news, but we got to do this now. Yeah, official email. We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think the last episode. Uh,
Yeah. I think it's one
um,
of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
in season last season, whatever. But yeah, they like everything is an urgent, pressing need, and so like people have this fear. They already feeling like that. They had this fear, so they uncertain. And some people just feel like they need to be with something that they think is right. And so their party is like, oh man, I'm right. This is the right thing. This is the direction we should go. You know. And then it's another big one too. Like it also happens because of the echo chambers. Like we touch on this a little bit too. Like the echo chambers, how you are insulated to only people who are favorable to your side.
Mm-hmm.
So you listen to your preferred channels, the big mainstream channels. You only listen to them who are saying your thing, and you only around people who will hold your viewpoint, all echoing the same thing,
Right.
which is why they
Right.
call it the echo chamber. Then when
Right.
you come from out of that echo chamber, well, it's like a whole new world when you hear opposing viewpoint. And because you can't defend it, or because after you said your little canned line from your side, the other side, the other person might dismantle it, and you done then.
Mm-hmm.
You will resort to calling the people name,
Right. Yeah.
or just, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, and then that's it, boy. You fall apart. Them boys shatter, boy, when they hear a different opposing viewpoint, boy. Then they start arguing against things the other person ain't even said. Like, oh man, nobody even
Right.
saying that. You
Oh,
see what
blank.
I'm
What
saying?
about this? I can't stand that right
The
there,
what
man. But what
aboutism.
about this? I'm like, come on.
You know what? Yep.
That's another sign. What about this here?
Yeah.
Well, what about when they did this?
Yeah, and social media bad with that too, the echo chambers and the social media hype, because
Mm-hmm.
you can get into your little groups on Facebook that's everybody saying the same thing. They believe the
Yeah.
same thing, they're saying the same thing. And a lot of people find identity in it, hope or security in a certain party or leader. Boy, tell me you didn't see that. Y'all see y'all see it. You've seen it. And social media wasn't really a thing prior to Obama. It was around, but it was like in the
Yeah.
infancy
Mm-hmm.
stages. But when he was into his first term, like, it started to become a major thing.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
like with social media. And people started to feel like hope and security. Like, we hear these catchy slogans that Obama had, like, yes, we can, and we just take everybody, we can all do this, we all need to do this. People love them little platitudes, boy. And they flock to it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just be honest with it. Like, just flocking to somebody because of those little short platitudes or little small platitudes is not something that a thinking person should be doing. Like, you really need to you need to demand more of the person that you support and more of yourself.
Yeah.
You need to demand, like, look, okay, this little catchy slogan, all right, that sounds good. That shouldn't be enough just to win you over.
Right.
Like, what's the background of this person? What does this person really believe? What has this person really done? Depending on who the candidate is, like, what has this person done in his life? What has he done in his Senate career? House of Representatives career. Whatever he was, if he was somewhere politically, like, what has this person done?
Right.
To deserve my valuable vote. So people get in these echo chambers and the social media hype, the hype from these um campaign rallies, and they start finding hope and identity in these things, and then this leader starts to become like this figure that has been placed on a pedestal,
Right.
and that's what they look at. So now let's talk about signs. Like, how do you know you are caught up in that? What's one way you know? What's one thing that you see that lets you know that you are caught up, or you become a politically idolatrous person? What you see?
Yeah, we already talked about it. Like, can it? When you clearly wrong, you can't admit that you're wrong. That's a big sign right there.
Yeah.
Me personally, if somebody disagree with me, and especially if that's a family member or friend, I won't cut them off for that reason because they differ, politically than me or on the idea or debate topic. That just doesn't make sense to me, man. Especially if you do truly believe that you're right, don't you want to try to reach them?
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it feel like it's more so into the party, more into the ideologies of the party, more into the party itself than caring about the human and trying to reach people if you do believe that you're telling the truth. So that could be a sign that you too deep in, man.
In too
So
deep, boy. Yeah, so can't admit when your side is wrong, can't admit when your person is wrong, can't admit when your political platform is wrong and excusing the behavior of your
Yeah.
side
Right.
because the other side is worse. Like
Right.
you ever seen that?
Yeah,
Like,
you see that a lot.
hmm
Yeah.
like when you like you could say something like something that you the person on your side is clearly wrong on, right? Or
Hmm.
wrong about, or they said something they shouldn't have said.
Hmm.
Like most recently, okay, let's just talk about it. Like most recently, I'm sure y'all aware of this. Like the pictures that Trump been posting to his True Social um app, posted on there, posting like he's in the image of a figure of Jesus, or like quote unquote Jesus, and
Hmm.
he's healing the world, and you got angels flying all in the sky, and people with praying hands surrounding them and things like that. Yeah, I mean I ain't lying about image. Like that's
Like, I
exactly
don't
what he
know.
said.
You know the picture with Trump, Orange Man, and then all the black people around him, and he like this, and then everybody got his hand, got their
Oh,
hand
talking
on.
about when he
Yeah, that's just funny,
that was
man.
talking about like that was the real. Didn't that happen in the Oval Office? Talking about when they
Yeah,
were
that was
cheering
real,
on
real,
something.
real. But that was a real
Yeah,
picture though.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of got me thinking. 'Cause, that boy is, man, a narcissist though.
Yeah, and a lot
So
worse than that too.
yeah,
But like he's always done little things like that, like
yeah.
posted pictures of himself like with golden statues of himself and
Hmm.
things like that, like the Nebuchadnezzar looking statue, that you may or may have seen go around.
I don't
And
think I seen that one.
he be like, hey man, so are we really saying that this is okay? Like you really cool with somebody like with him doing that? And the explanation was, I thought it was a doctor. Like he said, I thought I was a doctor.
Yeah, I
And
don't know.
and when you hit them, the blind loyal Trump support. I'm talking about just the blind loyalist ones. So be coming at me with that foolishness, talking about I said something wrong with it. And I'm a Trump fan. Don't come at me with that foolishness. I'm talking about the blind loyal Trump supporters who are politically idolatrous people. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Like they'll take that line and say he thought he was being a doctor, or they won't say nothing wrong with it, or
Right. They
they
said,
won't
oh,
admit at all that the
they said,
man
oh,
has
okay, that
ever
makes
done.
sense.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
won't admit at all that the man has done anything wrong, or they'll just fall back to the point that we just talked about. Well, I mean, it's better than the alternative. Like think about think about that statement, or what does that statement imply?
It's like just let them do whatever, man. So any wrong that they do, we're in a better place than if the other folks was in. So just just be grateful, that we got this guy here. And if
So
anything wrong does happen, eh, again, we dodged the bullet, so don't worry
so
about
think
it.
about what
So
you just said.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah, that's crazy.
don't worry about the wrong he did. It's better. So you're implying that it's wrong. You see what I'm saying? So you accept certain levels of wrong. You fine with wrong. Like if your side does something that is wrong, it's okay if it's not as wrong as the other side.
Right. Mhm.
So that goes back to what you said earlier. That's really like the same thing as the whataboutism. Like,
Yep.
hey man, like this person, like, hey, Obama did this. And I remember when Obama was in office, it was like the same thing from his side. Like you'll have people who want supporters of Obama saying that Obama did something wrong, or they didn't
Hmm.
agree with something Obama was doing. But then the Obama supporters would be like, well, such and so did it too, or Bush did it, or whatever. Whoever the prior, yeah, it was Bush.
Hmm.
Like Bush did it. Yeah, I ain't say nothing under Bush. You see what I'm saying? Like, why are we engaging? So no, why are you mentioning Bush? Like Bush gone out of office. We
Right.
talking about what your guy did that was wrong, or it's an argument about what he did. Your first response is to say, "Well, you don't say that when George Bush did it, or when the Republicans do it." Now, how we doing that? Like that's a low form of argumentation. Like at that point, there's really nothing else you can say
Hmm.
to that person because they always go say, "Well, such and so did it."
Right. Yep.
And remember, under Biden, the gas prices was high. Remember that?
Yeah.
Gas prices were high under Biden, and you had a lot of people who didn't support Biden was saying things. Gas, everything high up under that joker boy. But People saying something about the prices of everything and the buy the supporters. But them boys ain't say one thing about it.
No, they saying that now, yeah.
Them boys ain't say one thing about it, boy. They ain't say nothing. When Joe Biden was in office and the gas was sky high, like it was higher than what it is now. And food prices, everything started exploding, right? They act like they was the three blind mice, boy. They ain't say nothing about it.
Right.
But you know how people are who are politically idolatrous people, right? So here we go in 2026. Gas prices done went up again because of the war in Iran.
Mhm.
You know, food prices still looking like shaky. Shoot. Here they come now. The same
Right.
people who accepted the high gas prices and high prices in general under Biden, right? Now that a Republican in office, here they go what they saying.
Mhm.
The gas prices high, I can't get around. Boy, they real vocal, like all the little liberal news station making articles about the gas. Now, what was that energy back when Joe Biden was president? You see what I'm saying?
That's how they do,
That's
man.
why we talked about it before, like how people are sheep, man. Like we talk about people are sheep, and you just feed them a certain narrative, and they'll go, or you just feed them this, and they'll go that way. You just feed them that, and they'll go that way. You throw some oats over there, they'll go that way and get it there. Throw some hay over there, they'll go get it over there, man.
Mhm.
Like people are politically driven to the point where they're just devoid of all reason and
Right.
logic in their thinking, man. And they become politically idolatrous people, hypocritical people, all that. Like, how y'all now saying something about gas prices? Oh, you was good back then in 2020 when it really jumped off when COVID hit. Them things spiked up bad. Like you was good and you ain't say nothing then.
Right.
Come on, y'all, we gotta do better, man. So those are some of the signs that you might be a politically idolatrous person. And you mentioned it too about how the political arguments break relationships. You know, I like, boy, look at here,
Yeah.
boy, you got two opposing parties, but them people ain't talking to each other, or like insults get hurled, and man, it just fracture, like it just fracture relationship. That stuff
Mhm.
should not happen.
Right. Yeah,
That should not
man.
happen, especially among people. Like again, the purpose of our podcast or why we think like we think as Christians,
Right.
like that really shouldn't be the case for Christians. Unless somebody just hostile to you in a certain way in your family, but if they just hold a difference of a political viewpoint, like it should not fracture anything. You know, like
Right.
you got to be a bigger person. You got to be more mature. Than that.
Right. For sure.
So, like, what is Scripture say about it? Because like we like to say, we talk about how that's how we form our thinking, right? Like
Mhm.
because we are Christians. Like, what does the Bible say about idolatry? Like it says a lot about idolatry. I think idolatry is probably
Yeah,
one of the
especially in the Old Testament, man.
yeah the main Old Testament sins that the children of Israel engaged in when they were going after foreign gods,
Mhm. Yes,
and
yes, the God, a
God
jealous
didn't play
God,
about
boy.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, He didn't play about putting
Mm.
anything else, in the place that He should rightly occupy, and
Right.
Him alone should occupy. And I think that's the case for a lot of people on all sides, Democrats, Republicans, everything else in between. You know, they a lot of people they become politically idolatrous people, and they radio silent when they side does something wrong. They don't say anything, but when the other side come out and does something that's similar, they got a lot to say. Then, like you are a
Mhm.
politically idolatrous person if you do that. Like, why are you just accepting, wrong, and it's wrong? You just wouldn't say, okay, well, I'm not gonna say nothing because that's my side.
Right.
That's idolatry. Like you're not holding them to the standard that they need to be held to. And I think another thing too, a lot of people think that disagreement with your party or your platform means disloyalty.
Right.
Let's open that up a little
That's
bit. What you
another
think about
sign of
that?
that could be another sign. If you think a slightly different view makes somebody not part of your party, or, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's the same party, you in house fighting or whatever, that's another sign right there.
Yeah, tell me if you
Yeah.
had not heard about that one. Yeah, it needs
Mhm.
to be, Lynn. I'm gonna say this: it needs to be fighting within political parties.
Right. Yep. That's like
It needs to be fighting within
the
political
better
parties.
ideas went out. So
And because we have
or
a
should.
current Republican president, that's why we mostly harping on that because it's just that currently we have a Republican president, Republican Congress, all that. A lot of
Yeah.
supporters of Trump take hardline positions that say you cannot disagree with anything that he's doing or saying. If you do disagree with anything that he's doing or saying,
You're a rhino.
you're a rhino or you're a liberal.
Right.
Yeah, or something that's worse, maybe. You know, you see all kind of little things that occur. But if you really want a political party that's held that you can hold accountable, it needs to be disagreement within the political party. Like if
Mhm.
there's no what they call checks and balances within it, then you will end up with somebody who just doesn't feel like they're accountable to anybody or anything. And in their mind, and I think this was the big problem with Trump. In his mind, loyalty is you must agree with what I'm doing 100%.
Perhaps with him.
I think that's the
Yeah.
case with him. And I say that because of when you've had people who are Republicans that have come out and disagree with him on important things like with the Epstein files, like with the war in Iran and some other things, they've come out and disagreed with him. Now they with him 9 out of 10 times, right?
Mhm.
Like this is for real. They're with him 9 out of 10 times. The 1 out of 10 times that they not, boy, he started going in on them. And he started, questioning their loyalty, you know, um, they're not a real vote them out. Start, wanting to get primary like he's doing with Thomas Massey now, wanting to get primary, and it's just a warped idea of what loyalty is. Like loyalty is really like if I'm loyal to you and I see you doing something wrong, right? I'm not just gonna sit there and say, okay, well, because Stu doing it, I'm loyal to him and I'm not gonna say nothing to it, even though I know it's wrong. That's not
Right.
loyal. Loyal to me, I want to see you do what's right, right? I want you to do what's honorable and what a person of integrity and character is. So I'm gonna tell you, Stu, that was stupid, man. Like, why you did that? You see what I'm saying? Oh no, I don't agree with that, Stu, because here's why. Da 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 da. You'll
Mhm.
hear me out, and
Right.
you might end up, making your own mind up, but you be like, okay, I respect that because you told me what you thought about something. Like that
Mhm.
doesn't happen with a lot of politicians. Like their idea of loyalty is you got to be with me 100% of the time, and you must agree with me 100% of the time. That's not loyalty.
Right.
You that is a person who wants to be an idol. I'm gonna just tell you straight up like that. You got any thoughts about any of that?
I agree. 100%.
Yeah. So, and again, our perspective is like we Christians, so we understand the importance of idolatry and how heinous it is because the Bible makes it a big deal.
Right.
Like Stu talked about it, especially in the Old Testament, you see it. Israel suffered a lot of. They got chastised a lot because they were going after foreign gods and they were building golden calves, and they were going after foreign gods when they were in captivity, and you know, God told them about that. Like He blasted them for that. Like you even see it, mentioned in the New Testament. Like idolatry is not a small thing. And so a lot of people might just look at it from a perspective of, okay, okay, you just idolize a certain person or a certain politician, but it's really bigger than what we able to communicate to you because ultimately it's idolatry because God says so. And because God should be in the place that you placing a mere man in. Like that can't be the like people are gonna have to answer for that, when they stand before God and he says, "Hey, why did you hold this person in this position that only I should occupy?" So it's not a small thing. Like it's not something that we can just Okay, well, yeah, they just idolize this person. It's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, they just
Yeah.
idolize this person. It's not really a big thing. Maybe hopefully they'll just stop. No, it's not, man. A lot of us really need to just check ourselves and see how we really looking at things.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you think? You good with that? Like, what about like? Is it a difference between the generations? Like, we ain't did that in a while. Like, I feel like it's something. I feel like it's a difference with the
Yeah, for
generation with
sure though,
this.
man. Yeah, I would say like I feel like well, let me
Like
see.
with boomers, millennials,
Right.
Gen X's. Like the boomers
Uh
seem to be more like party driven
yeah,
and
yeah. And
like
I'll say millennials and I would say
and Gen
especially the
X's,
ones after after millennials, Gen Z.
them real
I
young,
feel
them
like
young
man,
guys.
it's more I feel like it's more indifference. Like they really kind of don't really care.
More skeptical. It seems like they're more
Yeah, skeptical.
skeptical.
A lot of like they just don't care. They don't know. They're like we
Yeah.
don't. I
I
don't really
think the
care,
older
man.
generations, yeah, kind of
For
more
millennial, yeah,
they take what they see and they just receive it and they believe it. That's why we
right.
talked about earlier. Like that's what them AI pictures be getting them, boy. Them little
Mm-hmm.
fake AI thing, boy. They in a world of trouble because that AI got them the old generations of boy. Them boy got them boys tossing like a
Right.
top. Them boys spinning like a top, boy. And then you got the generations that came after, like more skeptical because, and I understand it
Yeah.
because the internet age came around. Boomers really didn't have to, they wasn't on the computers and stuff. But when the older generation, came around, or the newer generation after them came around, it was like, okay, they were more tech savvy. They understand, they in that world, so they see more of you know, what's real and what's not, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely seems to be the newer generation. Definitely seem to have a little bit more skepticism. Kind of like I don't know about that position when it comes to the parties. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of encouraged by that. Like I'm
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
more encouraged by that instead of
You
just
have to earn the vote. Yeah.
blindly, yeah, being party driven. Or if this person got this letter behind his name, I'm just with him off top.
Right.
Like, I don't know. You don't need to be doing that. Then you complain about certain people up there. Well, y'all put them up there. You see what I'm saying? Like how that go? You can't have both of. You can't have that argument there, boy. Like y'all put him up there, and then he doing under what it. Then maybe you shouldn't have put that boy up there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. Like, what you good? You think we didn't open that can up a little bit?
Yeah, I think that was good. Yeah, that was great, man. Um, I wonder how things will look down the road. I think about that a lot. You know how
Hmm.
things look 10 years, 20.
Yeah. So that's kind
So
of our little thoughts on it, political idolatry, and one of the aims. Like we just want to present it to you what we thinking, and then you can just reject it. I don't care. You can reject it, or you be like, man, let me toss around what that boy said, what them boys said a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and kind of see, if you need to check yourself or whatever. So,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, hey, we gonna be back next week.
I don't
We
even
go
know
to
what we're
I
going.
don't know, yeah, we
Yeah,
don't
man.
know.
Yeah.
Like we got stuff, like we said, we got stuff, but it's like I don't know, man. This guy stuff pop off, like stuff pop off so quick now that I might hit him up and be like, hey man, we might need
Might
to
need to talk about this.
we might
Yeah.
hit that we might need to hit on this right here, boy. This right here done popped off. And we on Iran watch. So, anytime something come up, we get a notification, something pop off with that, boy. We might have to hit each other up and go and say, hey, boy, we go talk about that. So, we kind of fluid, right? That's what they say.
Right.
We fluid, right? Is that one of them words?
Yep. Yep.
Fluid?
Fluid.
Man, yeah,
Agile.
but
I don't know,
yeah,
man.
they do be saying that agile stuff. I be looking sometimes. I be on them. I be on them sometimes. I be just thinking, man, like, man, this junk is crazy,
They
boy.
be trying to sound all smart, man, important, taking up time. I mean, man, we didn't even have to have no meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
It
This
is what it
this could
is.
have been an email, like they be saying. What I
Right.
mean, like this meeting could have been an email.
Then why wasn't it?
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know, man, because that's just kind of how I go. But that's just the nature of the beast, boy. So I don't know what it's gonna be next time, man. But you will see our faces, God willing, next time on the Rocket Chat Chronicles podcast. Man, listen. Make sure you send this around to your friends, your partner, your compadre, your homeboy, whatever you call them, your homegirl. Let them know to subscribe to the podcast, like, make comments, share it around, send it to your people, man. Look out for supporters, man. Show us some love, man, because guess what? We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all very much. Mwah.
Peace.
Mwah. Join us next time. Hey, hit them notifications so you can get a notification of us there, boy.
School